I used to think that graduating college was going to be this all-encompassing, grandiose, momentous occasion. Instead, it's been anticlimactic and bittersweet. In my last few weeks of school, I find myself sludging through assignments, drawing crop circles in my dorm room carpet, wondering where all the time went. I arrived at Belmont in the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic. I moved 941 miles from home. I carried so much anxiety and uncertainty of the future on my back. At Belmont, I've watched friends come and go, took classes I loved and classes I despised, passed exams, failed exams, had game nights, movie nights, went to shows, played in bands, wrote and recorded music, had my first relationship and had my first breakup, fostered new relationships as an adult, moved in and out of dorms, built lasting friendships, struggled with and still struggle with the death of my first friend here, sacrificed sleep, went abroad, interned, discovered my passions, created. I've done so much, yet it will always feel like not enough. I've learned a lot through academics, social situations, music, loss. I want to share with you the biggest lessons I've taken away from my time at college. I want to tell you about Ruby Jules. In May 2020, I met Ruby through the Admitted Students Facebook group. We connected over our love of music and Minecraft and spent much of that summer together online. This took an immense amount of pressure off of my arrival at Belmont. I had already made a friend. Ruby introduced me to new friends, music, art, things that still exist with me today. In May of 2023, Ruby passed away unexpectedly. The community Ruby had created came together to celebrate her life and reflect on our memories with her. There was a common theme among the memories. Ruby was my first friend at Belmont. What an impact to leave on a community. I can hear her voice as she used to say, "The meaning of life is to hang out." As I continue to struggle with losing her, this quote rattles around in my brain a lot. She knew something the rest of us didn't. To succinctly boil life down to hanging out, spending time with others, creating community. She was right. Stressing over grades, money, jobs, relationships. At the end of the day, we'd all end up on the same couch, laughing at the same stupid jokes, playing games, watching movies, unwinding from the day. The meaning of life is to live authentically in community, to hang out. This is a sentiment I will never ever forget. Nor will I ever forget Ruby and her great impact on my life and others. Thank you, Ruby. When I arrived at Belmont, all I wanted to do was produce music. Being in a male-dominated field and major provided some barriers to exploring that and possibilities outside of that. I struggled with self-confidence and advocating for myself among my peers. Fortunately, my support system within my field was strong, from class acquaintances to friends to professors. They encouraged me to step outside of my comfort zone and trust the learning process. There is something beautiful about trying new things and knowing when something is for you and when something is not. It's like eating your fruits and vegetables. I don't necessarily like green beans, but I wouldn't have known unless I tried. You may stumble upon a vegetable you do like. I want to live in the happy medium just outside of my comfort zone, enough to be open-minded and experience things I wouldn't have otherwise. You have to surround yourself with good people to feel good. If you surround yourself with bullies and pessimists, you're never going to feel whole. This applies to the other way around. If you surround yourself with unrealistic, overly optimistic people, you'll find yourself chasing feelings that don't exist. I'm so fortunate to be surrounded by passionate, caring people that strive to do the next right thing. They're not perfect, they make mistakes, they miss deadlines, they say the wrong thing, but they're constantly moving forward. They're realistic and hopeful. They dream and they plan. They take care of others and take care of themselves. How lucky am I to have beautiful role models for peers? This life lesson also applies to oneself. To feel good, you need to treat yourself good. I'd be lying if I said I didn't sacrifice healthy food and sleep for class, for work. It got to a point for myself when I realized that if I get 4 hours of sleep, I'm going to feel like I got 4 hours of sleep the next day, and that will reflect on my attitude towards others and my productivity. You can eat good without eating fast food for every meal, but you don't have to set unrealistic standards of eating quote-unquote healthy because there's nothing wrong about wanting ice cream in the dining hall at 1 p.m. Feed your mind and your body good. Eat good. Surround yourself with good. The returns are always instant. I've been finding my farewell from college to be bittersweet. I'm so proud of the person I've become, of the people my friends have become. I'll miss these days, of course. I have regrets, weeks I wish I could redo, friendships I could mend, but that's what memories are for. I'm nervous but excited for the future, and it's closer than ever. Maybe it's for the better that this moment is anticlimactic. I want to breathe deeply and hold everyone tight. It's gonna be okay.